Hi, Sue Matsuki with another Sue's Views, and this is the last of a four-singer kind of review slash analysis that I'm doing for Sue's Views, because these were all people who came in from out of town to sing, who are trying to make their way into the New York City cabaret community with brilliant debut shows. All of them, as you will hear if you listen to this series, you will hear all shows were really, really fantastic and well done and well thought out. What I want to talk about in this particular show, which was done by the beautiful Heather Frank from the DC Cabaret Network, she brought a show called Dear Blossom, and it was about Blossom Dearie. Now, those of us here in New York know that Blossom was a mainstay right across the street from Don't Tell Mamas at Danny's Skylight Room, and that Blossom was really kind of famous in the jazz world, but not as famous as I personally think she should have been. She was kind of a New York City icon and treasure, and jazz savvy people knew her, of course, more so than your average cabaret goer or musical theater goer. So Heather brings the show, and what I loved about this show and about Heather in particular was there was no better voice matched with concept slash tributee. It's not that Heather is or sounds like Blossom Dearie, although there is that. She does sound like Blossom Dearie, but not exactly. She has her own beautiful voice. But what she brought to the table was a show concept with a voice that matched the person that she was tributing, while not trying to mimic her or imitate her. That's the key. The key is to be authentically yourself. Again, I go back to authenticity, while tributing someone whose voice meant something to you. And originally, she admitted on stage that she didn't really know who Blossom was, that some band leader that she had sat in with said, "Hey, do you know that you sound like Blossom Dearie?" And she was like, "No, I didn't." And she went down the rabbit hole and did research on Blossom and realized, I kind of do sound like her. That's the other thing I wanted to say about this show. Like with Mary's show, it being a brilliant concept, this show, Heather's show, was so well researched. I knew about Blossom. I sat in Blossom's audience, and Heather came up with things that I did not know about this woman that were so interesting to me. I mean, she wrote this song called Hey John about John Lennon, who had mentioned and acknowledged that he knew who she was. I didn't even know this song existed, and it was a brilliant song, and it was beautifully done by Heather. But she also did the song that I mentioned earlier with another singer, I Like You, You're Nice. And it's one of Blossom's signature tunes. And again, it was done with a nod to Blossom's rendition, but with more of Heather's phrasing and interpretation. And this is what you want to do when you do a tribute show. You want to nod to the person that you're paying tribute to, but you also want to say, here's who I am doing the music of this person I'm tributing. And Heather did that beautifully. She also had a funny moment in Rhode Island Is For You. Again, phrased like I've never heard anyone phrase it before. She got every single joke in that song. And so Heather, what I say to you is we have been friendly with the DC Cabaret Network, and you have a lot of great people down there. Bring them all up, because we'll welcome you with open arms. And after this particular show of your beautiful tribute to Blossom, I would recommend that you pitch this to some of the jazz festivals, because Blossom is known in the jazz community, and the job that you and the band, Gregory Teroyan, I think David Silliman, and I can't remember if it was Skip or Tom Hubbard, Skip Ward or Tom Hubbard, I can't remember at the moment, but you know, this show has legs for jazz festivals and stuff because it was so beautifully researched and so informative and so beautifully sung. So congratulations, my sister. You keep going. Can't wait to see it again if you bring it back up here. I would be in the audience to see it again. That's how good it was. Until next time, everyone, enjoy Sue's views.